Hi, lady.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, God, it's gone so quick, this.
It's gone so quick.
So is this series
So this is series 4.
And it's on
So it's on tonight, ITVBe at 9 p.m. But yeah, no, I can't believe it's series 4 because obviously the first series followed my pregnancy, then learning how to be a mum, and now toddler. Now she's 2 on Saturday.
You never stop learning, do you, to be a mum?
No.
Because it just kind of evolves. And however much people... It's a bit like before you go to the dentist. However much people say to you, it's really going to be this way or that way, you never believe it until this kind of little hand grenade just gets thrown into your life.
I actually had no expectations about motherhood. I wasn't, like, overly maternal before I fell pregnant, so I was, like, just kind of took everything in my stride. And I think... that's exactly what the show portrays. Just, you know, being honest and being real. It is a challenge, especially being a single parent as well. So, yeah, I'm excited for tonight's series, actually. Yeah. I've tried to get her... I think she might be too shy. Can you say, loose women? She's looking at everyone. She was saying it, of course. She's...
Can you say it?
Say loose women. She's like, she's miming it.
So with the terrible twos thing, you know, because with a baby anyway, you have to kind of kiddie-proof. But are you terrible twos-proofing your house to stop her from getting into everything? How are you finding that? Well,
at the moment, I'm still in my flat, and it's all on one level, so it's pretty much baby-proofed. Everything is as it should, but I'm moving shortly, so...
To a house.
Yeah, to a house. And it's going to have stairs. Slightly apprehensive and nervous. I feel like I'm moving...
How do you deal with the tantrums? Because the terrible twos are shocking, and also she's going through that biting phase. And...
Oh, well, I feel like she's gone through the biting stage now. I got a book. But you know what? I actually turned to the public, and I know social media, we've all got a love-hate relationship, and it's getting a bit of a bad rep at the moment, but I love turning to the public because I'm just like any... Well, I know, obviously, you know, we get to go to the red carpet events and there is a real glitzy, glamorous side to this industry, but I'm just like any other mum. So I like to turn to the public, put it on my Instagram, how do you deal with the terrible twos? Because I don't know. Well, does anyone know? You just have to go with it, don't you?
Improv. I think parenthood is just like one big lesson in improvisation. We
That's
just guess
so
it.
true,
You're just thinking on your feet all the time,
That's
and it's twos to the threes and three-nager. You know, there's always something that you're doing for the first time, which is, I think, what makes it so daunting. Which makes us think that we're not doing it right, but we're all in it the same boat. I mean, do you guys feel like you've got it nailed all the time?
No.
You don't, right?
No.
You never do.
And just to make you feel even better, it never gets easier.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Welcome to Loose Women. We were talking earlier about mum guilt. Do you suffer with that at all?
I think every mum suffers with mum guilt, especially... I had no choice, but I had to go back to work, being a single parent, being her only provider. I had to go back to work. And I guess, actually, I think I would have anyways, because it's, like, for your own sanity.
Yeah.
But there is that you feel so torn between work and am I doing the right thing? Or even if you don't return back to work, just am I being a good mum? Sometimes I think I spend far too much time on my phone and I look up and I think, oh, God, I've missed something. Yeah. And I really need to get out of that habit. But, yeah, mum guilt is something that I feel all the time, all the time.
Yeah. And what about in the future? Because I know you're single right now, so it's obviously not foremost in your mind. But do you see yourself eventually having more children?
I would love to have more children. This was a question that I got asked even when I was pregnant. Like, when I gave birth to Sunday, people were like, so, any more? And I was like, whoa, let me, this is my first baby. But I would now, as I said, she's 2 on Saturday, I'd love to extend and grow my family and have more children, definitely.
how are you going about doing that? Are you doing the online dating thing?
Well, that's the thing. I definitely need a man first. Yeah, you can't really get there on your own. But
is it on
honestly,
hold?
it's so tough dating. I think particularly in this generation. I know some of my friends who aren't in the public eye find it hard to meet someone, but being in the public eye, it's just weird. Like, I can't even really go on a date without it getting in the press some sort of or another.
Yeah, and also you go through that questioning of why they're dating you.
Yeah,
they're because I'm Ferne McCann off telly, or did they really like me? Yeah,
but also dating's hard enough. But then also when you have a child, because I was a single mum, so I had a period of time I was dating, and you kind of almost fast forward because it's just like you sit down and you think, I don't want to waste my time here. I've got a babysitter, I've got a child. I'm not going to introduce you to my child if you're going to be a complete waste of space.
Yeah.
So it's quite disconcerting for men because you literally sit there and go, right, what's your policy on...
No, this is me. Believe it or not, this was me before I even had a child. I'm very much like all or nothing. I'm like, right, so should we get married? But yeah, no, I think even a night out with the girls, there's a lot of planning. I have to get a babysitter. So dating is very different since having Sunday.
Now, I know you were really open, which I really appreciated, because I suffer from the same thing. You were talking about incontinence, and wow, isn't that a surprise after you've had kids?
Yes.
How do you deal with that? Because that's a big thing to say as a woman. I think even when we were talking about it just now, none of us wanted to raise our hands to say,
no,
oops, this happens.
It is really embarrassing. There's no two ways about it. Yes, I spoke openly about it, but even now I kind of feel like, it's like deep. It is embarrassing. And for me, it was something that I associated with the elderly. I felt, well, I'm 29 now, and I very much feel like I'm in my prime, ladies. And I thought this isn't something that I felt like I should be going through. And I thought, you know, like my show, I always wear my heart on my sleeve. I wanted to be open and honest, and I was blown away by the response in my DMs. And I just feel really privileged that I can use my platform in a positive way. And if that means encouraging us all to squeeze our pelvic floors, then that's what I'm going to do.
Well, funny enough, okay, so I actually have an app on my phone for pelvic floor exercises because I'm so, terrible at remembering to do it, so it gives me like a little update. So I was thinking that we could do one giant pelvic floor exercise out there, out in the audience. Everyone out there watching. Men too. Men need to do pelvic floor exercises. It's not just women. So I was thinking if we do it on the count of... Everyone there watching, I'm talking to you. If we could, on the count of 3, all just do one pelvic floor exercise, just as a practice. Just to see. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, squeeze.
I think it's important to actually...
Are you squeezing and talking?
I'm squeezing.
You're squeezing and talking?
So it's like...
Okay, release. It's tough.
We release.
Okay.
Where's that toilet paper?
A lot of women don't
That was
know how
tough.
to do
By
it.
the way, that's tough.
It is. You can feel it going.
You can feel it going.
I'm feeling a hot flush coming on. I need to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, mine went about 30
Should we try another one? Should we do one more?
let's.
Just so everyone, because a lot of people don't even know how to do it. So it's essentially just as if you're stopping yourself from passing urine, basically.
Sexy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Using those vessels.
Let's do it, everyone.
So
We're going to do it
squeeze up,
again.
darling.
I won't do it as long. Okay, 3, 2, 1, squeeze.
Oh, it's the struggle, isn't
Okay,
it?
Most
release.
bizarre thing I've ever done in my life live on telly.
Okay, that was good, by the way.
That was, well...
One day you're going to learn about this.
Yeah.
Ferne, it's been fabulous to see you. Good luck with the new series tonight, ITVBe.
Yes,
At
9 p.m.
9 p.m. Everybody watch.